What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy MDAVIS, and hey, this the Riding Out All Day podcast. Make some noise.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first episode of 2017. Oops, I done fucked.
Oh damn, nigga, you just subtracted. Mike, that was your best year. That was this nigga's best year.
Did I just say 2017?
Confident as a motherfucker.
Let me boo myself. Anyways, this is the first episode of 2019. I was watching Back to the Future yesterday, so that's probably why I'm fucked up. This is the first episode of 2019. Of course, I got my expert analyst, a.k.a. my motherfucking nigga. Make some noise.
Hey, it's your man's Ranch, Las Vegas, downtown. Enjoying this weather. Holla.
And this is the first episode of 2019. Happy New Year's.
And many more to come, hopefully.
What's up, dog? How was your New Year?
Brought it in on the strip. It's cold as shit over there. Kicked it with Lil Jon that night again for the second year in a row. Glad he had us again, which is love. That's what I plan on doing in this year is networking my ass off.
Y'all heard that name drop.
Yeah, Reggie, downtown.
What'd you do, Mario? Not just chilled, went to a little bar and then, took my black old ass home, nothing crazy.
Yeah, somebody's home. I feel you.
Nothing crazy.
So did you pop any Ciroc?
Of course.
What flavor did you bring the New Year in with? You got to mark that down.
I think it was vanilla.
Yeah, that vanilla tastes kind of good, man. I ain't gonna lie. By itself. No mixer, no nothing.
Let's make some noise for vanilla.
Now these raspberry Ciroc drinking motherfuckers now. Black raspberry, whatever the fuck that shit is.
You know what's crazy? That's what I'm drinking on right now, actually.
Well, you one of the motherfuckers I'm talking about then.
Yeah, I'm gonna be plastered on this podcast.
Let me ask you a question. Anything that you left out of the old year with that you're gonna try to not make a habit? Because I don't like doing resolutions. I like doing, just keeping it simple, keeping it basic, and fuck that New Year, new me shit.
You know what's crazy is it's a bunch of shit I want to leave in 2018.
What's that?
I want to be more. I want to be more. I want to be more selfish.
Man, you too. Man, that's a
I feel like 2018. I looked out for a lot of people. I did a lot of shit for a lot of people.
You opened a lot of doors too for a lot of motherfuckers. Fuck, help it out.
Opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, and I felt like a lot of people was unappreciative, or just didn't give me didn't give me that energy back. So this year, I'm charging for everything. What about you?
Me personally, it's somewhat the same as you, but I've been giving a lot of things, and I need to be a lot more stingy.
What do you mean by giving? Energy, time?
All of that, man. Everything that because you can't get time back. You can always get money back, but you can't get it back at the rate that you were getting it unless you're like balling out of control.
You can get time back if you have a DeLorean.
Them motherfuckers money back. So that, I guess that will do with money too. But nah, I didn't put a lot of my resources towards, everybody else. Not everybody, but a lot of ungrateful people, and never.
Is this the year of ungrateful motherfuckers?
No, 18 was because.
2018.
Yeah, because the first sign of that with me now, folks off.
Like, I feel like last year, and not even just me in general, but I just seen a lot of motherfuckers just, I don't know the word, like, just absorbing up other motherfuckers' energies and vibes, and that shit ain't happening this year.
Nah. It's like they suck up all your positivity. They suck up every little ounce of anything that's positive for them. You know what I'm saying? And your game, and use it against you. Not even against you. Use it for their own thing. Damn all that.
They'll definitely suck up your game and flip it like it's theirs. And I ain't talking about nobody in particular.
No, we talking about in general. It's just
I'm just talking about, like, I'm even talking like work shit. I'm talking, relationship shit, friend shit, social media, all that shit. Like, that's why this year I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be mead the fuck out. I ain't helping nobody for free. I know that much.
I'm putting interest on everything: time, money, anything, man. If it ain't beneficial to me out the gate, it's beneficial to you, and it's not helping me. So
you gotta be. That's crazy. I think we starting this shit off a little too emotional, man.
Oh no, it's not emotional. It's airing out
the new year, dog.
It's airing out the dirty laundry from last year, putting on this new wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my riding out all day hat, sweatsuit.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, we get some socks.
Hey, what was your New Year's meal? What was the first meal you ate in 2019?
I don't know if that's considered a meal.
Oh, you was eating ass. Okay, let's boo this nigga. You see, I said let's boo that nigga and applaud you.
Hey, what they say? They say you gotta eat chitlins. Eat chitlins on the New Year.
I think I had catfish.
You did.
I think I had catfish.
Eventually. You did.
Oh yeah.
That's the funniest shit on the man.
Well, yeah, that's my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna be a little bit more selfish. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna look out for motherfuckers. If I don't reciprocate that energy, I'm not gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Everything I did for free last year, there will be a price put on it.
You better than me. I'm giving IOUs in 2019. Y'all owe me money. Like that. But yeah, man. I don't got no resolution. It's just that I'm gonna make an honest effort and attempt to just eat healthy, man.
I've been doing that.
I want a summer body 12 months out the year because it's a beach somewhere with sun on it, 7 days a week.
Speaking of the beach, I want to hit a little tropical spot by February. We gotta set that up. Oh damn, he just shook the shit out of homie. Watching the North Carolina and NC State game, he just crossed the nigga into oblivion. But shit, let's get into this shit, dog.
Yeah. A lot of wildness going on.
R. Kelly.
Okay. All right. It ain't his fault.
I just want to know your final thoughts. Like, we done heard a bunch of shit. We seen the documentaries. What's your final thought on R. Kelly?
Well, man, it's hard to put it in words. I'm gonna just make it simple. He did what he did. The tape is out there. It wasn't his brother, it was him. But at a certain point in time, if he is not literally still doing it with the issue with the underageness, leave them grown ass women alone.
That nigga said the underageness.
I mean, that's what it is. He got an illness. You know what I'm saying? Some people got the itis. He got the underageness. He did what he did. I mean, if you don't listen to him, don't listen to him. I mean, he already been on my playlist from before the stuff came out. He still got music
it's
that
crazy.
I like.
It's crazy that he was number one. Didn't get into no allegations and nothing like that.
No, it shouldn't have been no allegations because his craft and his personal is two different animals, man.
Really?
I mean, they are. I mean, my whole thing is he did what he did. I can't give that man no excuse for what he did. I'm not even admonishing him for what he did. He was dead ass wrong for doing shit. Like, I got a daughter. My daughter just turned 21. Motherfucker come anywhere near my age to the house with my daughter. You can put the gunshot sign out there if you want to, but that's what's going to be
I feel like any father feels that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But,
So
I mean, he did what he did, and to keep bringing it up, I mean, come on. They keep bringing it up with OJ, so he ain't no better than OJ.
So, do you think he's going to be prosecuted? Or do you think charges will be pressed?
I believe if it's going to be charges, the charges should have been brought up when everything was brought out. They had all the ammunition in the world to do it when it was brought out. But now it'll be a lot more prejudice because evidently if the parents was cool with shutting the fuck up after they got a bank account full of money, which would denote a non-disclosure agreement, stop talking about it.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened with a couple of them.
With
that's fucked up because I said a couple of
with
them. R. Kelly.
With the 14-year-old girl, that's what happened. They took he beat the case or something.
He beat the case, but he still had to pay off. I mean, he didn't even have to pay off, but he did, and that's the only part that I don't get. I don't like. I feel is totally baseless to keep trying to prosecute him for the same thing. But
well, technically, that ain't the same thing.
Well, his personal taste is on him. If he fucks up and the judicial system finds him guilty, I'm just like I'm not defending him right now. I'm not going to defend him then. But to do it a decade later and it's not black people doing it, it's white folks that did it.
It's more than a decade, dog. This shit happened in the year 2000.
Yeah, almost 2 decades ago. I mean, but like I said, nobody is
So think the girls R. Kelly like at their age is just 18 right now. From when all this shit was happening. That's crazy if you think about it.
Well, we are talking about a man who married how old was Aaliyah? 15?
Yeah.
Talking about a man and I think he did it without her parents knowing, didn't he?
I see me, that's where things get a little fishy for me because I'm trying to figure out how all this shit happened with Aaliyah and her parents was nowhere to be around or nowhere in the picture. Then I seen them put out a statement saying that R. Kelly was never with her alone. They was always there. And
but they got married. So they basically...
Yeah, so I'm like, y'all story ain't. I see y'all trying to protect y'all daughter's legacy, but y'all wasn't around all the time. Ain't no way a 15-year-old snuck out and got married and y'all didn't know about it.
And you ain't gonna tell me that the marriage wasn't consummated prior to and afterwards.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but yeah,
I know.
So I definitely question that. Because they put out a statement as soon as the documentary came out. So I was a little confused by that.
I mean, I believe their hand was forced because she was the first one publicly. Now, had this been the 50s, the 40s, or something like that, back when they was marrying them young girls like that, okay,
which I found out was a thing back then, which is crazy.
And in some countries, they marrying 8-year-olds, man.
Yeah, because in the South, right now, you think about it, your grandpa probably 10 years older than your great grandma. If you old,
I mean, but that was a thing back then when they didn't care about. But at the same time, you still couldn't marry a white woman or be in the car with a white woman going across state lines and shit like Jack Johnson.
But the white guys was doing the same thing, though. You know, they was the white man was marrying them chicks young, and you know.
Oh, they was doing the worst. They was marrying their little cousins or their nieces. I mean, wow. Oh, web fingered having ass motherfucking kids. Goddamn aqua men out of West Virginia. I mean, but like I said, everything that they used to do, it's a law against it nowadays. So it is what it is. But nowadays it's not appropriate, and it's what they call it PC, politically correct. You can't do nothing that's not politically correct anymore. But even though it was common practice back in the day, type deal.
Because back in the day it was fucked up. There's a lot of things that was going on back in the day that was fucked up that you can't do now. So, and I'm glad the old days is over. Let me give you my opinion on this shit. R. Kelly's guilty. He's guilty. My only thing about this is why y'all wait so long to do this shit? Like, a TV show come out and now y'all the celebrities want to talk and the artists want to say something and the musicians want to say something. Where was y'all niggas at 5 years ago? Where was y'all at 10 years ago? Where was y'all at 15 years ago when all this shit was really happening? Like, remember, this shit was on national television. Like, niggas was making jokes out of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
The sex tape was on. Niggas was bootlegging the sex tape of him pissing on that 14-year-old girl. Like, back then, motherfuckers was making this shit like it was a joke. Dave Chappelle did a skit on
it. Drip, 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 piss on you.
Fucking,
I remember that shit.
The Boondocks did an episode on it. The what's the little round-headed cartoon motherfuckers?
The South Park.
South Park did some shit on it, and a bunch of other motherfuckers. Like, it was a jokey joke thing. How come ain't nothing like what the fuck was going on now? Going on then? Like, put that nigga in jail and let's carry on with our shit.
It's almost like at a certain point, folks was desensitized to it. Now everything that got hypersensitive, just to use that word, that phrase, hypersensitive.
Let's just get the nigga out of here. Like, all this extra
I mean, but he
shit.
he ain't saying shit no more. The man is offering to cut with grown ass women locked in the basement.
And see, that's a whole nother.
Prosecuted for kidnapping if it's kidnapping.
That's a whole nother situation. Now, I don't know nothing about that, so I can't speak on that. I never even seen the videotape. I don't think I seen the motherfucker.
Which one?
Because you got to think. Back then, like, the any of that shit they did, I don't think I looked at none of that shit. Did you watch it?
Unfortunately, I saw him piss on the young lady. Yes, I did.
Wow.
I couldn't go by hearsay. I saw it. You know, I can't unsee it. You know, he did what he did. You know.
Yeah, I don't remember even watching it. Like, I was just like, I'm cool on that shit. But I don't get how
he needed to be put in a psychiatric hospital, bro.
I don't get how that video came out and it was proof and the nigga didn't go to jail. Can you imagine?
It was more than one though.
Can you imagine some shit happening like that right now with any celebrity on the planet Earth?
Well, you know they got that. What was that? Kevin Spacey. The dude say he got video from that night.
But can you imagine that with any celebrity right now on the planet Earth? There's a video of him or her pissing on a 15-year-old kid. Can you imagine that?
Nah, I wouldn't even want to imagine it. I mean, they'll be labeled a sicko.
They'd be under the jail. So you mean to tell me 15, 20 years ago, motherfuckers wasn't on that same shit? Like, the judges and the prosecutors was like, I gotta look into that and see what happened with that case. And it must be a sign, because I didn't see the same gray hair shampoo on my TV like 30 times since we started this podcast.
Yeah.
They must be telling me my grays is on extra.
Yeah, you need to get you some greasing formula. Get you some Just for Men. Don't get the jet black though.
Oh yeah, by the way, my birthday was January 3rd. Shout out to everybody that wished a nigga a happy birthday. Capricorn
wish all
season.
they want. Look, they can wish all they want, but did you have a happy birthday?
Yeah, man. I did my thing. I chilled. Went to my favorite spot, Boiling Crab.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ate like a motherfucking 350-pound fat nigga.
Damn. What's new? What's new?
Hey, fuck you.
What's
No.
new?
Hey, fuck you.
Only motherfucker I know go to a sushi restaurant and eat every fucking name on the damn menu. California roll, eel roll, seal roll.
Crip roll.
Motherfucker ate everything.
Actually,
yeah, man.
I'm hungry right now.
But
so
I'm gonna tell you
over
that
is R. Kelly getting prosecuted?
Nah. If they ain't done it by now, they're not gonna do it. They're probably gonna try it. But with the women that's going now, the women that's in question right now, they're adults. They're consenting adults. I don't know how he's doing this with adults now because he's mentally fucked up and his preference is children. And he needs to be in a psychiatric facility, like for real.
R. Kelly will be in prison by the end of the year. Not only that, this is one of my predictions. This is my Amsterdam shit right here. It's another youngin' finna come forward that he been fucking with recently. That's gonna seal the deal. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
She old as hell, man. She probably, what, 22 now?
Nah, I'm talking about now. Like, he's
you ain't hear what I
with...
said. I said she probably old as hell now. And I said 22.
Nah, I mean a youngin'.
Oh, like a fresh victim?
Yes.
Hey, if it happens, it happens. I'm gonna say R. Kelly gonna come out the closet.
Wow.
He gonna. If anything, he'll not purchase it. He'll incriminate himself.
So, do you think he should put out a statement and say he apologized and that he's a fucked up individual and he gonna get help? And
I should say, I would hope that he would say he's been getting help, which would be a motherfucking lie. But at least that'll hold him over till they go to jail.
So you don't think he should say that?
I don't think he should put out a statement. I think he should just wait and handle the shit as it comes, because it's not like he's gonna be able to duck it. This is not one bullet coming at him. This is like a shotgun shell. It's fucking pellets coming at your ass. You got so many little fucked up situations that it's all gonna be stacked on top of each other, and he's just gonna be fucked in the game, man. I don't know if it's gonna be this year. I believe formal charges probably going to be brought up at some point this year, maybe. If they do, he probably gonna go to trial till next year.
Do you think they gonna ban his catalog?
No, because they ain't did nothing to Michael Jackson's catalog, and his kids was a hell of a lot younger. It's the truth.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: do you think that he lost a lot of fans, or since Jada Pinkett Smith came out nowhere with her son talking about he fucking Tyler the Creator, talking about, oh, y'all listening to his music now, y'all dead wrong.
My thing is you saying that is gonna make people want to go research more, and they gonna go listen to the shit.
The one thing I know about black people, as much as black people hate everybody else and themselves, they'll stand behind the motherfucker, even though that motherfucker dead ass wrong. That's from parents on down. That's like the little boy that got shot for breaking in the house, and then his family was on the news talking about he was a good kid. He was just breaking in the house because he couldn't get a job. What? Like, we take up for people for the wrong reasons, and we down people for the wrong reasons.
So are you deleting his shit out your catalog?
No, that shit ain't going on my. I paid for that shit. I'm not the white folks with the Colin Kaepernick shit. Why would you burn some Nikes you already paid for? Burn the truck that's coming to deliver Nikes. I mean, to me, that's the only thing that makes sense. If you already paid for something because you liked it, are you automatically not going to like it? Is it gonna be that distasteful?
I definitely think as we get deeper into this shit, and I hope this don't just, turn into a little fad and then shit goes away.
That's how I always do.
I definitely think they finna suspend this catalog, or they gonna like anything that they gonna take some of the shit off. Like, I was
take
watching
some of it off. You got
when I was,
you gonna take all that.
No, because they could take certain shit off that was by different labels, or certain artists may be like, yo, that song that I did with R. Kelly, I want that shit off of my catalog, and that's a lot of motherfuckers.
You ain't hear about your namesake?
Who?
Omarion said he's gonna retire those songs from his tour.
Yeah, R. Kelly R. Kelly wrote for a lot of people, and he featured on a lot of people's shit. He done wrote for Celine Dion, Michael Jackson, fucking all kind of motherfuckers.
Well, you see, Jay-Z regrets that Best of Both Worlds.
That's an official statement, or is that some shit from some bullshit? Because I don't see Jay-Z even speaking.
That was years ago he said that shit.
Oh,
years ago he said, yeah, that was years ago. I remember him saying that shit.
But him and Jay ended up getting into it anyway. I saw that Dame Dash spoke on it and said that was one of the reasons he started questioning Jay, because Jay worked with him. And how could you work with somebody that raped somebody that you loved or something like that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. At the end of the day, he needs that label as a sexual predator. He does.
Well, I mean, at this point, he has it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as far as public opinion, yeah, he has a label, but he needs that particular fucking label, because that label will have him so fucked up in the game. Because right now he can't work with nobody. He can't work with nobody. Everything that he did is what he did.
That nigga's gonna flee the country.
Hopefully he don't go nowhere like Thailand where he can marry a dang on 6-year-old.
He fleeing the country, dog. He out of here. He's out of here. And the crazy part is he still got people defending them.
And guess what? He gonna leave him here defending his ass because that nigga's gone.
The music got him hypnotized.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the one thing you can't take away from him is the fact that he's a musical genius. But my whole thing that is, the one thing I've realized from dealing with music and watching, different documentaries on. I mean, because I watched a documentary where everybody said they hated being on tour with R. Kelly because you couldn't be in the hallway the same time he was in the hallway. They would call it cold blue, which means you had to get out the hallway because R. Kelly was coming down the hallway.
I wonder why they was calling cold blues if you think about it now.
Yeah, I mean, but that motherfucker was straight up fucked up about that shit, man.
You got to think the reason why he was calling them cold blues is probably because he was with somebody that they ain't want nobody seeing.
I smell Philly cheesesteak.
You already know who in the building and shit. JMOODY.
He got his own sound effects too. Look, he got the echo.
coming through, making $1 million plays. Can I get the clap one time? I just signed O'Malley to Moody Building Management. Shout out to Dream Chasers. Yo, it's all big moves over here right now, man. It's all big moves over here.
Say that one more time.
Shout out my man O'Malley, Osama Twin Llamas, Dream Chasers own the Moody Building Management. Let's go, Philly in the building. All facts, nigga. What's good, my guys?
What up?
What's up with you? Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, fellas. Happy New Year. Good to be back. Good to be on the road.
Ride.
What we talking about?
We talking about this R. Kelly, man.
It's about aura.
I told Reggie the nigga need to just go ahead and get the fuck up out of here if he ain't finna make that a statement and go get some help and go ahead and go to jail real quick.
Damn, you think he need to do a bid over that?
I think he's going to.
Uh-oh. It's the East Coast outlook. East Coast outlook.
So wait, let me ask this question. You feel like he's going to, but do you feel like he should? Two different things.
I feel like
Tell me the prediction.
all of this is past tense. So, but I feel like he's definitely going. Should he?
Should
he?
Yeah.
From the shit that I've heard that he's doing now, I don't know enough about that to speak on, and that sound more like he just gaming he gaming the women he with as far as like the what they said the nigga got a sex, like he holding bitches captive and shit.
Yeah, he got like a sex code or some weird shit like that going on from what I hear.
Now that's a different energy. I ain't fucking with none of that.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a cult, man, everything started out as a cult. Every religion started off as a cult.
If they are of age and they grown women, that's a different energy.
That's what I'm saying. If it's grown women, yeah.
So wait, time out, Reggie. Are you saying that R. Kelly is starting a new religion with this? Is that what you? Is that a new religion about to get going?
It'll be a lot of motherfuckers that motherfucking worship that shit.
The fucked up part is, it is.
Yeah, because if you cool with it, then as a woman, then I mean you are basically sitting up there adding fuel to the fire. Why add fuel to the fire?
Like, I ain't defending no grown women, but I'm defending some lit kids.
Yeah, the little kids, but the little kids are not in question anymore. The little kids he did. The little kids he should have went to jail for.
How do we know?
I mean,
because I watched the video.
Basically, watching the doc, I ain't see no little kids.
Moody, my prediction is that another kid is gonna come out.
Yeah, he did predict that.
I mean, but I feel like at this point, it's smoke and mirrors if a kid come out. Like, I feel like it's just the effect that all these people say Art did it, so I'm going to say Art did it too. So can we believe it if another kid come out?
I literally think if you've done it and you're known for that, why wouldn't you? That's still in you. That shit don't change because you almost went to prison for it and everybody know you did it.
No, I agree.
Because you did it with Aaliyah. Then you did it with the youngin' you peed on. Then you did it with some other ones. So after all that, why wouldn't you still do it? If you do it, you're going to do it. I still think you're doing it.
That nigga peed on a little girl, man.
But you know what's crazy about the situation with the little girl he peed on? I was watching the joint and I did my own little bit of research. Sparkles, I think that's her brother-in-law or her brother, either or. That's the girl's father that plays bass for R. Kelly to this day.
What?
So it's kind of like, the guy, it's her brother. It's either her brother or her brother-in-law.
Wait,
that's the father of the daughter. I did my own research when I knew we was going to get on road and talk about the boy R. Kelly. And nothing. Wasn't he the king of R&B on our last episode, though?
I just said that, too. Just said that, too.
But you know, I had to do my own independent research because there's a couple things that I wanted to touch on because this subject is it's kind of edgy to me, whereas I want to be on the side of if you got a problem and you doing sick shit, you got to seek help. But at the same time... I just
said that.
But at the same time, Reg, though, it's a flip side. Like, we all men, black men, doing great things. So, is it like we subscribing to something where, like, 20 years from now, somebody going to come out and be like, yo, JMOODY drugged me, or he raped me, or he did this, that, and the third? It's kind of like it's like a slippery slope with which whether you want to lean to one side or lean to the next. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, the shock value that anybody can say anything once one thing's a thing. Like if somebody knows, same shit happened to Mike. One kid came out, said Mike raped him. Then next thing you know, it's a plethora of kids coming out of the closet saying Mike raped him. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you really take it seriously, but you don't want to not take it seriously as something that's really happening? So
with Kelly, there was that this isn't a thing that's happened one time. You see what I'm saying? Like the whole Aaliyah shit to me, from what I seen in that doc, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't even know this. Cause you got to think, at the time niggas was young.
No, we was young. We was definitely high school, all that shit. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Raz was getting Social Security.
I still am white bullshit. Fuck that.
That nigga had a high top back then and shit. But yeah, like, so with the Aaliyah situation, that's when you like I'm gonna tell you, when I saw the shit on what was it, Video Soul or Rap City?
Yeah, no, that was wild.
Aaliyah came out dressed alike,
and being older now, it didn't hit me when we looked at it back in the day. It was just like Aaliyah and R. Kelly, but
yeah, we was just like, yo, they fly.
But seeing that shit now, it's like, yo, she was like a 14-year-old kid, and you like 30.
And peep the energy, and peep the energy. Yeah. Like you could tell,
it was crazy.
That nigga was. I don't even want to. Never mind.
But, all right, so look.
But you could tell he was dogging her out.
But look though, if you can tell now as an adult that he was dogging her out back then, you had her uncle who was R. Kelly manager, you had Aaliyah's mom and dad who were alive, and other adults that were probably.
I spoke on that too.
They didn't know.
That's what. Hey, didn't I just say that earlier, Reggie?
Motherfuckers got married, man. There is no way in hell you did not know what was going on with your daughter.
Yo, the parents, you seen the statement they put out, right, where they said they was always with her whenever she was out.
Bullshit.
They was always there. That's the same shit I said. I see they trying to protect her legacy, but that shit don't add up.
But it's the same energy with the rest of these girls whose parents were on the special and all of that. I feel like at the end of the day, too, accountability starts at home. Like, we got daughters,
Absolutely.
We got kids. Like, what you going to do if you hear your daughter? First of all, it starts with how you raising your daughter. So obviously, you have to look at the parents and where it starts for all of these girls. And not for nothing, we're not going to sit here and act like a lot of these girls and the parents ain't with the whole R. Kelly program because of what at one point they felt like they probably could get.
It was. Yeah, absolutely. And now that reign is over, you know, the energy changes and shit shifts. Absolutely. But do you blame... I blame a lot of people. I just don't blame R. Kelly. R. Kelly's he's the top on the suspect list. Okay. But then that shit drizzled down to the parents, the managers, the record label, the uncles, the brothers. Like, this shit is deep. And I think that's why a lot of people don't want to talk about it, because it's almost like, you know, when you know, like some mob shit where you like, yo, if I tell on him, it's going to expose these motherfuckers.
No, it's going to implicate yourself too.
And if I expose them, then I'm exposing my brother that dogged me out and touched on me, and I'm a nigga, and then I'm gonna look gay, and then, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man.
Because what was R. Kelly's brother saying? Yo, niggas touched on me, da-da-da-da. So I'm basically saying I know he got touched on because I did.
And then R. Kelly even said that Sophie got touched on. So, I mean, that's something I can't relate to as a man. Like, I ain't never experienced anything like that. Like, thank the Lord, knock on wood. But that's a different mindset you have to go into. And R. Kelly made a point when I was watching the documentary that kind of, you know, I agree with without even experiencing it. He said, like, when you deal with that sexual, I guess, like, that sexual intimidation, like, at such a young age, your mind is opened up to something that it wouldn't usually be opened up to at the age 7, 8, 9, 10. He said he was being molested from 7 to 14. Like, that's insane. My daughter just turned 11 and she's still playing with Barbie dolls. So it's like, I can't even.
Absolutely.
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. I can't understand it on that level. But then for an over-sexualized person, and when you think about the different stuff that R. Kelly has been accused of, or the stories that they've told, I've heard personal stories, like being in the music industry, I've heard stories about R. Kelly and some of the things that he does. So it kind of explains it in a sense.
See, that's another thing that I was talking about. I'm like, we going on 20 years.
Yeah.
Everybody in the music industry already knew this shit. Everybody knew. Like, the music industry is one of the most gossiping, talking.
It is.
Everybody know everybody business. So niggas already knew what was popping. Motherfuckers just didn't care. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And now shit drying up. And now the shift is turning. And now motherfuckers like back in the day, that nigga peeing on that 14-year-old girl was a joke.
It was like it's kind of crazy because to look back at it now is so egregious. But when we was young boys, everybody had the tape. Like, I remember the tape had the fucking red box cover on that shit, bro. Like, everybody.
Think about it, my nigga. Like, rappers used to be like, "I'll R. Kelly piss on you." Da da da. Cut, like.
Yeah, that's the Dave Chappelle. He was like, "Drip, drip, drip, piss on you."
Yeah. Niggas would be like, "Dog, that shit's crazy to me." Like, niggas was taking that shit as a straight joke. I asked Reggie. I said, "Can you imagine any celebrity right now in that situation now?"
They would be done. They would be done.
They'd be.
It would be
done.
nothing to talk about.
Even a female. I said, even a female doing that to a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah. That it would be a wrap. R. Kelly really did get away with murder on that joint. Like, literally saw the proof and everything and just walked it off. It was But you know what? Sparkle, I was listening to what Sparkle was talking about. She was saying, like, when you got accusers but no victim, it's hard to convict the crime. So the little girl never came forward, or her family never came forward to say he sexually abused or assaulted our daughter. So what are we really going off of? It's like you shoot a nigga, but nobody's telling them. So you're not going to jail.
And then when I saw like the little, like, when her, like, people from her school was talking about her and they showed her body, but like her face was blurred out, I was like, this shit is crazy.
It is.
That shit was crazy to me. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, all them women ain't, you know what I'm saying? And you got to think, most of those women that's testifying now are grown, but they was underage back then.
Yeah.
That shit was wild to me. So you don't think he's going to jail or nothing like that?
I don't. Like, at this point, because once again, where's the victim? Who's the victim at this point? Like, who's the victim?
It's gonna be a victim's popping up.
I seen parents on that joint talking what they talking. Where's the victim at? Where's the girl that's actually saying R. Kelly raped me? He did this, he did that, he did the third. I don't see it.
If R. Kelly go down, it's like 10 motherfuckers going down.
That's another thing. Like, if R. Kelly goes down, it starts to open up a web. But you got to think about it like this too. It don't just start with R. Kelly. We got to look at Michael back in the day. We got to look at Bill that just went down. But then you got the other side of it. Like, and it seems like R. Kelly. And that's what I was about to say. It seems like R. Kelly kind of fell on that other side, because you got people like Harvey Weinstein that didn't he, like, a couple weeks ago or a month ago, Harvey Weinstein went to go see if he was or wasn't going to get charged, but they charged him, or they were looking at charging him, and he, like, bailed out or like, it's just not the same thing that we go through. And it seems like all these years have passed and R. Kelly hasn't gone through that either. And that's why I'm saying, in a sense, it don't seem like R. Kelly's ever going to get caught up from it.
I even saw some shit where they was saying, even though I don't believe this, where they was saying that, you know, he's a secret society, and they the ones who covered it up, and some more wild shit like that.
And this shit get deep. I was looking at, God bless the dead, rest in peace, Hugh Hefner, but they were saying he was getting his bunnies at the bunny ranch at 16 years old, starting them out.
Bruh, I forgot what chick it is, dog. There's a chick on before he had Playboy, I forgot the name of it, on a magazine cover. I think it's Brooke Shields, dog. She was 15.
That's crazy.
I could be wrong, but I think it's Brooke Shields, and she's 15 on the cover of, like, one of his magazines.
I don't know if it was Brooke.
I think it was Brooke Shields.
Oh, I'm thinking you're talking about, what's the girl from Charlie's Angels? Farrah Fawcett, my bad. Brooke Shields is...
I think that sounds a little more accurate. Farrah Fawcett.
Is it?
I believe it's Farrah Fawcett.
That do.
Because Brooke Shields was young, but they had her in sexual... That's no excuse. But they had her in like Blue Lagoon and shit when she was young.
No, it's Brooke Shields. It was Brooke Shields.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember her being on
Fact check
Playboy.
that.
So niggas wasn't mad, huh? Cameron run an IG. He snatched up a 16-year-old, put him on the front page. Can't be more one chick in my crib at a time. That's Cameron talking about that shit. Yeah, she was on the cover at 16 years old. Playboy
So
Brooke Shields and Feathers.
Okay, with her
y'all
being. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, as fathers, do you let your daughters or sons get this far into the rabbit hole?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Ain't no rabbit hole.
So what is there to be said about these parents though? This, like, I get it about R. Kelly, but I really feel like my issue is with the parents, man. Like,
This is my thing. I honestly think, I just think their parents wasn't aware of what the fuck was going on.
Bro, after the first time?
No, hold on.
But how do you not? Go ahead.
Because think about and really think about this. Think about 15-year-olds today that's out running around doing what they do. The fast girls.
No, I get you.
That's
I get you.
like think about these young girls that's hanging out with these young rappers, and you be like, where the fuck is her parents at?
Yeah, I see that shit all the time. I get you.
So imagine these managers and these people say, yo, your daughter's good. We're gonna take care of her. We got this female manager that's gonna be her sister on the road. Then we got so and so. The parents probably like, she in good hands. She good. They not thinking R. Kelly gonna be with her the whole. They not thinking like that. What I think ended up happening is when they figured it out, it was too late. When they figured out what was really going on, it was too late.
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, but you still got to push that on the parents, man.
Absolutely, because at that point, they could have did something. That shit's crazy, and that shit is crazy. They need to go ahead and get that boy up out of here.
Yeah. R. Kelly. So what y'all feel about they were talking about Jada, or I saw something with Jada. Her clip on
we were
Instagram.
just talking about that too.
We talked about that.
That's what happened when you get late to the party.
Oh no, you good? You good?
Well, excuse me, road listeners. I was a little late to the party.
Oh yeah, we got to boo this nigga for being late too. But yeah, I said my thing is she was talking about why are people listening to his music. I felt like her saying that was gonna make more people go listen to it.
That's what I was going to say. It seemed like bad publicity is just as good as good publicity at the end.
Yeah,
it's going to make people remember that they love R. Kelly, or you look at it from the standpoint that they were saying, when he wrote this song, he had my girlfriend bent over in the booth, or I had a miscarriage, and he wrote "You Are Not Alone" for me. People are going to go listen with the intent to hear those messages, and then remember how much they love R. Kelly, and just keep it going. So he's just making money on top of making money.
That motherfucker had an anthem when a woman's fed up. I hated that motherfucking song.
I want to check I want to see what his streaming number is going to do this month. I bet you they're going to be the biggest that they've been.
They've been in a long time, like maybe ever. They may be.
Well, I mean, he was never streaming. He ain't from that era, but
that's what I was going to say.
Dog, I think
exactly. So this probably will be the biggest streaming numbers he's ever.
I think Apple going to be the first ones to pull the switch on his ass.
Well, ain't nobody done it yet, though.
I think it's gonna happen.
How long you feel like it's gonna take?
I feel like this climate and this era, I feel like it's gonna happen.
I mean, the Cosby Show's still on.
No, the fuck it ain't.
Yes, it is. TV One still playing that shit. Yes, they do. Like, that shit was a staple in all of our.
I have never seen the Cosby Show on TV since then.
TV One still got the Cosby Show. They still play the Cosby Show.
What?
But hold up. Let me not lie. Since he got locked up.
Yeah. Doc. I can't even find it.
But while he was going through the trial,
because he wasn't convicted yet.
Yeah,
I can't even find the download of the Cosby Show. Unless you got some illegal shit, and I'll tell y'all about that off air. But I got every episode. But yeah, that shit's gone.
Yeah, no. I'm fact checking right now. You might be right.
You can't even find more than a 15-minute clip on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Hulu, Netflix, because it was on Netflix for a minute.
Yeah, it was.
Different World was on there for a minute. They took all that shit off.
So let me ask you this. So it's another campaign that they got going, the Mute R. Kelly campaign, which goes in line with what we're talking about. So if we mute, are we muting R. Kelly totally? Because the Mute R. Kelly
is muting a lot of other people.
A lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that gets muted if we mute. Because we can't just mute him and what he had has been sexually suggestive lyrics. He wrote "You Are Not Alone." He's worked with Janet Jackson. He's worked with everybody.
Celine Dion.
He's worked with all the great Celine Dion. Like, I Believe I Could Fly is like really the record of our generation.
Yeah.
Wedding. Everything you can think of, I Believe I Could Fly they sing that. So it's like, do we mute all of this good music?
Yeah, it's gonna be
because of these actions.
I think what'll probably happen is everything from his label will probably get snatched.
Yeah.
But I
as a fan, do you agree with that?
I ain't a fan
you are an
like
R. Kelly
that.
fan.
Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to play R. Kelly now, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to go through my computer and delete all his music. You know what I'm like? I'm not doing that. That it's too much. It's too much shit.
It's like I just told him, bro. How you gonna boycott some shit you already paid for? That's what I was telling you. Just like the white people.
Exactly. That's the realest shit. Get that nigga a hand clap for that, please. Please.
It was like I was telling him. I'm like,
that's some real shit right there.
Was burning Nikes they already paid for. I told him, I said, catch the truck at the truck stop. You already bought them.
Like, you bought them to burn them? What type of dumb shit is that?
You know what I'm saying? No, don't come after the fact, man, on some old, this is the right thing to do type deal. Man, please, give me my money. I'll get rid of all his shit. Give me double what it's worth.
And is it only the right thing to do is because everybody's saying it's the right thing to do too is another thing. Like, can you not have your own mind? Because even watching that documentary, they were showing, like, I was watching the last episode, and they were showing like how like he was having problems where they were trying to shut some of the shows down and this is that and the third. So they was outside one of his shows, and you had like a lot of the fans.
Remember when Spotify said they was gonna remove his music last time, and I think it was a bunch of artists was like, yo, if you remove his shit, then y'all got to remove this. And if y'all remove his music, I'm taking my shit off. That wasn't too long ago. But see how the shift is switched now that the public eye is, and it's trendy and it's on social media. Like, once social media get a hold of some shit, it ain't no more. Yeah, it ain't no, oh, well.
Everybody likes to sway to one side.
You think that? Then you're Like, it would suck being a celebrity and being like, yo, that nigga ain't do it. Like, niggas is gonna kill you.
Remember when Raz B came out with his situation?
All that.
Tony's Chris
and the crazy part about it is he got made
Chris
fun of more than he got supported.
Shit, Omarion talked about his ass. Didn't believe. Motherfucker, you was right there when it was happening to him. That's
society. Now, I guarantee you, if the shit happened right now, niggas would be like, oh, the shit will flip. Like social media is real, like, crazy.
But to his defense, the boy Christos got blackballed. Like, you don't see him or hear him around no more. Like, that shit fucked his career.
He took a situation like, yo,
that shit did end.
Either we deal with this or you got to chill out because it's going to come back. Because even like, I ain't even going to get on that shit. But that's another weird situation.
Yeah, this shit is really truly a rabbit hole, man. Like, once you start talking about this shit, it's crazy because when you begin to think about, like, with R. Kelly, to say R. Kelly is not even scratching the surface because his rabbit hole just goes so
it's
deep,
other rappers,
especially in entertainment. This shit has been happening.
You seen Jermaine
years.
Dupri say, "Yo, let it be
Rappers,
known,
singers,
just because I work with
like,
kids, don't mean I work with kids. Because I seen some little shit where niggas was trying to. He said, I don't play like that. Don't even play with me." But you got to think, it's probably 5 rappers right now that's like, oh shit, this is, and that's why they said a lot of people just keep it hush and don't want nothing to do with it because it could be them next month. And the crazy thing is, the industry motherfuckers, they know who the dudes is.
Yeah, they know who fuck with who like little girls, who like little boys. Cause like you say, this industry talk, man.
And that's
once one person know one thing, everybody know that shit. Like, it don't take nothing for. Like I told you, I've heard stories. I've heard stories from inside R. Kelly house, and I ain't never been in his house. None of his house. And I've heard stories in his house. So what that tell you? Motherfuckers talk.
Like if you knew, like, my thing is like, damn, why y'all wait this long to care? Now y'all care because the TV show out. These motherfucking women been saying this shit forever. Nobody cared until now. Y'all already knew. But I think we done with this topic. I think we Moody said he ain't going to jail. Reggie, you think he going?
No, not for this shit. It should have been happening. He should have had his label already. He should have been signing up every damn day.
Yeah. If he ain't go to jail for pissing on that little girl,
going to jail.
That she catalog all the way little
girl. And it's a new witness coming. I hate to say but or not even that. They might go find him somebody like, yo, we got to get this nigga.
Well, that's what they do best.
Nigga,
don't come get
you
me,
part
though,
of that shit
that's
now,
what they do
nigga.
best. Find shit. Damn,
R.
Kelly.
Deep up in the mix.
Wait, maybe I shouldn't have did that scream. That was a little.
Listen.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody's getting violated.
Oh, don't say that, nigga. Calm down.
Was that a personal sound?
Sound like R. Kelly. Let's go on to the next topic.
I'm just gonna gunshot you niggas out. What else?
R. Kelly get all the shots. All the shots.
Any of y'all watch not watch. Did y'all hear about what's her name? Centoya Brown?
No. Oh, you talking about the young lady that's getting on the
can we get the hand clap for Centoya Brown? Even though they got her on, even though they're gonna try to make her walk off time, like, for what?
Yeah.
She's been in there 15 years. But shout out to the justice system.
But it's all the credit going
right, man.
Kardashian, like they
She should have
said.
never been in there in the first place. They did her right. Nah, I ain't know nothing about Kim Kardashian.
The crazy thing is,
LeBron was advocating for us.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real, man. I ain't hear about her until Kim Kardashian said something. I'm gonna keep it all the way real.
No, I heard about it way before then because she had memes out when the white boy had raped the one girl and he got what was that?
And he got like probation.
Probation, yeah. I don't know nothing about that shit because I'm not a criminal. But
probation is some stupid shit.
But yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
So what you trying to say, nigga?
Hey, I'm an unconvicted felon because ain't nobody telling. Sure, they hood rules. But yeah, it's kind of messed up because you got all these white people getting straight up motherfucking plantation passes right now.
Hold on, for the record, if y'all don't know, Centoya Brown will be released to a parole supervision in August after serving 15 years of a 51-year sentence. Joy spread across the country. Activists, politicians, juvenile justice advocates, and parents, celebrities cheered. The fact that Brown would not spend much of the rest of her life in jail for the murder of a man 30 years her senior who bought her for sex when she was 16. So she ended up killing the dude in her sleep.
You know why?
And went to prison for it.
You know why he only got why she got the sentence she got, right?
Why?
He was a white boy.
Why is that? Well, of course, definitely, I agree. But and that's I was talking to somebody about that too, like to kind of like piggyback off the R. Kelly thing. I feel like those are the only ones that I kind of give that I don't want to say pass, but in the lack of a better term right now, that pass to. She was a child who had a rough upbringing. She I think she was adopted. She was adopted. Didn't really know her identity and wound up falling into something that she didn't really have no real control over at the end of the day. And basically got caught up
to
in
survive.
sex trafficking. Like she tried to do whatever she could do. And it was either, I mean, when you think about it, exactly, because the situation was either her or the guy. Like, so when she woke up, it was like, this motherfucker sleep, I got to get the fuck up out of here. And it's like, if we can't.
Yeah, but she did. Think about it. She did 15 years for what she did. So
time, you got to protect yourself.
She's paid her debt to society.
Yeah, I heard about her. It was roughly like 10 years ago when I first saw her case. Like when I first saw like what was going on. She was like literally a little girl with pigtails when this shit first started. Like the two braids.
I saw a comment
like
on
young
Instagram where they was saying
like, that shit's crazy.
That basically saying like, oh, so she can kill a man in his sleep and she gets out of prison for it, and how do we know she just wasn't a bad kid that was trying to rob the dude and blah blah. I said, wow.
Well, I wonder what the ethnicity of that person that said made that comment was, and I wonder what the sex of that person was.
It was a black dude, actually. It was a black dude. He was like, "Oh,
I was about to say it
she
wouldn't
can
shock
kill
me
somebody in their sleep and get exonerated." It was a black dude.
But like, is 15 years?
No, it's probation.
Really, exoneration at the end of the day. Like we can use the word because it's that. And that's another thing. She gotta like if she gets in
she ain't getting in no trouble.
Of trouble, she gotta go back to jail. She's not, but if she gets in but it's kind of crazy because when you look at anybody who could go to jail, male, female, it don't matter. Look at the things she's done in a cop.
Even one of the lawyers that prosecuted her was at a parole hearing. Like, yo, I want her out. It's already a family that's gonna let her stay with them, move her in. They all made statements like it's a big deal. But I ain't gonna front. I only knew of that story because of Kim Kardashian. Like somebody got to give her some type of props.
Well, shout out. Then you got to shout out to Kanye.
I mean, but
and remember they said
before her. It was way before her. They've been talking about this girl.
You 100% right. But Kim's the one who
it
brought.
Was.
That's
but,
when
but Kim got a big
viral.
Voice. But Kim got a big
That's
voice.
when it was all over the place. And let's not forget, all of these clemencies started happening after she met with President Trump.
Well, it's only been 3 of them.
Alice Marie and Matthew Charles.
This is true.
And a girl.
This is true.
But
it's better than 0, but at the same time,
3 better than 3 better.
Well, I'm
than
not giving her credit.
You gotta give her.
What do you mean it has nothing to do with her? Like it has something to do with her. It may not be.
So this
100%.
white woman that's famous for absolutely nothing is getting people off a hard time.
Listen, I didn't say it 100% had to do with her, but I guarantee you it brought attention and drew and made that more of a factual thing.
Brad, you got to recognize that this is a real thing, that these politicians recognize that we could call her the white girl that's famous for nothing. That's true.
Like
but she
Alice
got
Marie.
A lot of motherfucking influence. A lot.
Over politicians.
Like a lot.
But she influences
like a lot. No, not that she has not that she has the influence over politicians. She does, but you got to think that she has a lot of influence over the people that the politicians need the support from. The Garden's
Yeah,
kind of
like
changed. This
motherfuckers
is
is
not
getting
like
hip
a
to what's going on. Like,
conservative
wait a minute,
old people
why
world that we used
why
to
else
live in.
would
Like
Trump
they
be
are
fucking with Kim Kardashian, dog?
Because she white.
Or Kanye West?
How many black people?
Why?
How many black people can get Trump's face?
But there we go. He made a good point though, Reg. He one is enough.
Kanye
like you
don't
gotta
count
think
shit,
about
bro.
Kanye
Kanye ain't even in his right mind.
Slip,
He
crazy
ain't even in his
motherfucker
right
that
mind.
you can ever think of. Why not? We just talked about how a whole bunch of motherfuckers are following him by that futuristic.
Okay, and what is the influence gotten him every time he loses his lips?
That's influence,
or he says he's on opioids. He's the butt of every damn joke. Kanye has no influence, none.
I would disagree because every
checks
time I look
come
up
from royalties and
checks
residuals.
come from influence. You gotta have influence to count checks. Like that's the only way to. No doubt, but that's not the only thing he making money off, right? So let's not act like it. And even with that being said, you still gotta listen to the music for him to get the royalties and residuals. It's influence. We ain't gonna act like Kanye West ain't got no influence. He got plenty of it. It's crazy, or no matter how stupid you think shit out of his mouth, and his influence
and
is
let's
growing.
not forget
Just
this,
like
his
Trump's
wife
influence is
has
growing
more
because they sat down together.
Way more
than him.
But to sit up here and say that she is the
powerful.
to sit up
I
here and
didn't say she was the
reason.
I didn't
when
say
there
that.
have been
You
thousands of people signing,
you misquoted me. You're misquoting.
Thousands
I never
of people
said she was
signing
the reason.
petitions, the GoFundMe's for her lawyers and all that stuff. Kim Kardashian didn't put no money on shit.
How do you know? How do you know?
Okay, well, how much money did the GoFundMe
We don't know that. We don't know that. We can't.
Nobody says she was the reason.
I
She's
don't know.
one of the reasons.
I don't know any of that stuff, but I don't know who did what. But if M can say realistically that he didn't know about it,
I'm on the net,
and
you know I'm on the net.
Period. There's no two ways about it.
Exactly.
You're in the know, but I knew about a year
before.
You
in the know.
And was she out of jail?
Well, me too.
All of a sudden,
she get all of a sudden she get
clearance
2 months after Kim Kardashian.
Not even close to it.
That lets you know something.
It hasn't been in the works.
That lets you know something.
It lets you know that her lawyers have been working on it. Her lawyers have been paid by the public.
Meek Mill didn't get out of jail until who went and visited him? The owner of the Patriots and Michael Rubin and Jay went up there. Next thing you know, listen, I even said it on the podcast. I said, those big dogs.
And you got to think about this.
Finna get out.
Go ahead.
Dog.
You said that shit to me in the conversation we had on the phone. I remember that shit. You said all the big dogs is fucking with him. Like, no matter what his lawyers was doing, when they saw that white man robbing
what the fuck
is
go to check
Crab
that
went
jail, they was like, we gotta let him out.
No, we here. Reggie.
The difficulties on the road.
Nigga got too hyped.
Where Reg at? Oh man, no, but like on some real shit though, just to piggyback off what you saying, that it doesn't happen with just like the lawyers. That's what they do. They work, and they work their relationships. It's a real thing to be said about Kim Kardashian going into that White House and them closing them Oval Office doors and them just having.
And
that
I definitely,
no matter what we talk about, that's some real shit.
I got to give her props for that because and then picture where it's her and Trump standing next to each other. And then all of this shit happened. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? Hold on.
Yeah. We live in a world of that reality TV, reality show, things of that nature. So we can't really look at it like these things don't matter. Even if we try to act like Kim Kardashian ain't who she is and Kanye is crazy. Nah, we can't do that. We got to give these people their props, and there's some very powerful people, those two. Period.
Yeah, we had to take a small intermission. We back.
Iggy Azalea's the best ever.
But yeah, so we was talking about the damn, this nigga Moody ain't in here.
Fashionably late.
This nigga Moody ain't in here. But yeah, we was talking about the Kardashian thing. And prison reform. So we gonna get right back there when this nigga Moody get back. If he get back. So what was you saying, Reggie?
I don't believe prison reform is a actual phrase that makes sense because that'll never happen. It's so far the curve right now, man, that there ain't. You don't go there to get taught how to be better. You go there to learn how to be worse. Unless you just get tired of going there or you just don't belong there. That's just my point of view. Prison is just the worst place to be in because it just makes you that much harder if you even make it out.
You ever had any close relatives in prison?
Yeah. I've had very close relatives in prison, and to see what they, well, not to see, but to experience what they had to go through. I had one cousin that they were transferring from one house to another house in the middle of a thunderstorm, and he ended up getting killed. He ended up getting struck by a bolt of lightning down in Mansfield, Ohio, at the state penitentiary there, when they shouldn't have been doing it. I've had cousins that's been in solitary confinement for the better part of 3 years.
Uncles, brothers?
No, first cousins.
Brothers, sisters, moms, dads?
No, all cousins.
Okay.
All cousins. Only one of my, well, two of my uncles, damn, three of them. On one side of the family have been, at one point, a time or another. One of them was it seemed like he came out of prison to visit everybody. Because he was back up in that motherfucker. Coming home making breakdowns and shit. That's why I know how to make breakdowns.
All right, so Moody's back. Let's get back on this Kardashian shit.
Yeah, fully back in the building.
And that's cool because I could place my ad in between the little break.
Smart marketing on the road, baby. We professionals.
He sounds real educated when he does that commercial.
We professionals, baby. That's what we do.
What flipboard, you might ask.
What switchboard, you ask?
Shout out to Switchboard.
Hey, shout out to Switchboard. We've made $25.
Okay.
In about 2 weeks? About 2 weeks, we made $25. I think you get $15 per 1,000 listens, I think.
Okay.
Or something like that. But
I'm gonna need my $6. We're gonna have to restructure my contract.
All right, I got you. Right after I give you this boo, nigga.
As long as that your ching is behind it, we good.
But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't giving Kim Kardashian full props for doing it, but
not at all.
I appreciate her bringing attention to it, and sometimes that's needed.
But
I'm not saying
that's right.
She freed her. I'm just saying she put an effort in that she didn't have to do that shit.
But I want to back it up to the craft. Going to see
Go ahead.
Neil's
Yeah, we were talking about me. Yeah, for sure.
And we had even talked about it on the podcast. And the one thing I said for a fact is it looked like he about to have a limitless, bottomless fund for the best defense that he's ever gonna have in his life. It wasn't about who the man was. Yeah, it wasn't solely based on who that man was that went in there to see him, but his resources.
True. I agree. But
and
the fact that
I put money on it that he probably put somebody in place that was working behind their lawyers that was 10 times better than this whole team.
Listen.
I'm willing to bet that.
Wasn't Meek's lawyers like some of Jay's people?
They were Jay's people, but like I hear what you're saying, Reg, but it still doesn't negate the fact that. So, all right, the reason Robert Kraft went to see Meek was because, of course, you got Jay, who's a good friend of Robert Kraft, but then you also got Michael Rubin, who's the owner of the Sixers, and he owns Fanatics. Yeah, you play that shit. Fanatics is the company that does all the merchandising for all the teams and all the sports. This is one of Robert Kraft's great friends. So because of the fact that we got Robert Kraft with this relationship with Michael Rubin, and Michael Rubin like, this is my guy. He's pushing this agenda for prison reform. I need you to go over here to go see him. That's influence, man. Like, and then the people who are, I mean, like the judges and the DAs and the people, they ain't got more power than Robert Kraft got in America. So whose side you gonna sway to? It's the same
I
point
still
I'm making
think
with
it's
Kim
more.
Kardashian.
It was just more than who he was. I believe Kraft put his influence on that defense team by getting them adding some of the one of the best people in the country probably on that joint. If not to even be in it, but to advise.
I don't feel like he had to do that though. I don't feel like he had to do that. All I feel like he had to do was show up. Robert Kraft ain't even go to. No, the last person Robert Kraft went to jail to see was Aaron Hernandez. He don't be going to no jail to see nobody. For what?
The late Aaron Hernandez.
Y'all about to listen to this right here.
For what?
Maybe it's the Michael Rubins or the Robert Krafts or the billionaire from Marcy in the way they got my back.
Woo! That's some real shit. That's a real line right there. Shout out Dream Chasers. You know what I mean?
So basically, he's saying that Kraft had his back. Kraft, just him coming to the jail wasn't having his back.
But how do you know that though, right? That could have been all it needed was him to come to the jail and then to publicize that.
I mean,
the idea
how do we know he didn't add to the defense? How do we know that he didn't add his resources?
You're absolutely right.
Well, I mean, if
we don't know that.
It's a team thing. So whatever Robert Kraft had to do to help Meek is what he did. The same thing with Jay. Same thing with Michael Rubin. Like,
and the same thing with Kim with the girl. Like, it's a concerted effort of everybody. So every piece plays a part.
I give Kim the older
like
shit
Kim's the face.
That, she went to go talk to Trump about. I'll give her that one. Yeah. But this girl, no.
Kim was the face of it.
So you don't feel like
I didn't hear nothing about her trying to get freed. Even after I heard about Kim Kardashian dealing with it, when they even started talking about, oh shit, there might be a possibility she gets out. Kim's name was in all that shit. Even though we know it wasn't 100% Kim Kardashian, the fact that
was in it.
So that means more people gonna pay attention. More motherfuckers that support Kim. Like, you got to think, Kim Kardashian has 150 million followers on Instagram. If she even tweets the link of the petition, motherfuckers would have signed it just because. For the hell of it.
It could have been like, you got to drink piss.
Yeah.
No shade to R. Kelly, but if motherfuckers would have signed it without even reading it.
Yeah, they did it.
That's her influence, right? Period.
Like
people blindly just gonna do what she do.
Yeah,
but her influence and her mindless followers did not get that girl out of jail.
Listen,
her influence.
The petitions had already been signed years ago.
Her
influence had already been in the works.
Her influence didn't get her out. I mean, she didn't get her out. Her influence did.
But think about what you just said, Reg. The petition been signed years ago, and she wasn't out years ago. You kind of making the case.
Yeah,
you kind of making the case, Reggie.
Okay, so when you put in a petition for clemency, it's supposed to be overnight.
It's not supposed to be overnight, but it wasn't happening at all. You know, she was getting denied clemency, right? It wasn't like a would think about it thing.
No, this is one thing that I have been following. She had been for the last 9.5 months. It had been before that court, and she was waiting on her hearing. She was waiting on her hearing.
So if Kim Kardashian comes and scoops that up and it gets more press and more attention than it's ever gotten before,
it's not got more press and more attention.
Dog, that shit's gotten more press and more attention than it's ever gotten since that case. Even when that case happened, it's got more attention now than ever.
Yes, it does. It definitely does.
That's y'all personal opinion, because now y'all just now
but you know what's
saying it
you
after
know what's
Kim
so
say
crazy?
something. But
You know
How
what's
is
so
that-
crazy about it? You know what's so crazy about it? I'm gonna make this small point. Like I said, I heard about this about 10 years ago. I like watched the whole little documentary. They it's like a documentary they had on YouTube. I watched
it's
that.
on
I was
YouTube.
like, damn.
There's two
I
of them.
was like, damn, that's fucked up. Blah blah blah. This that and the third. Now for 10 whole years, I didn't even hear her name until again last year. It
After
came
the
back. It came
After-
back, bro.
Okay, that's
came
9.5 months after the GoFundMe, and they got her the representation that she needed.
But how did they get that? Through and like I said, I gave my props to LeBron because LeBron had his stamp on it. But Kim, if we argue in the point that Kim ain't got no influence, Reg, that ain't true. She does.
I ain't say she ain't have influence. I said over
You just
this,
saying-
she did not.
She definitely did. She definitely.
Bruh.
Matter of fact,
So
we gotta,
if the GoFundMe was $8 million over their goal 11 months ago, almost a year ago.
Oh my God! I didn't even know this. I just Googled it.
go ahead.
Nigga,
Go ahead.
Kim Kardashian hired the lawyer.
Listen, come on, Reg. Come on, Reg. That's directly I was about to ask the Riding Out All Day listeners to chime in on
Hey,
the Instagram and the
hey,
Twitter, but
this
we
is
just
the cra-
fact checked it.
Yo, this is the crazy thing.
Bruh.
Kim,
We
look,
just fact checked it.
Kim Kardashian hired an ace lawyer to free Cynthia Brown and Alicia Johnson. This is November of 2017.
Come on, Reg. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's it.
I didn't even know that.
Can we
Okay,
get a
so-
round of applause? for
So
Kim
who
Kardashian? She
was
totally
the
changed
lawyers
my
from the
whole-
GoFundMe?
Look,
Who was the lawyers from the GoFundMe?
She tweeted this November 21st, 2017. The system has failed. It's heartbreaking to see a young girl sex trafficked when she was encouraged to fight back is jailed for life. We have to do better and do what's right. I've called my attorneys yesterday to see what we can do to see what can be done to fix this. That was 2 years ago. That wasn't even
And
2
So
years ago.
on
And
that
she did
statement,
that.
on that statement, it was only her attorney then, right? That was involved in this. That's what you said.
No, I didn't say
No.
that.
No, that's
I
what
don't
you
know.
know.
That's
You
not what I
just
said, nigga.
No,
I
you just said,
nigga, I
quote,
know what I said. Let me say what I said.
You said she
Kim
hired
Kardashian.
the lawyer. You said
No,
she
I
hired
didn't.
the
No,
lawyer.
I didn't.
Yes,
Because
you did.
I read off of this
Yes, you
paperwork that I'm
did.
looking at. I said Kim Kardashian hired an ace lawyer to free Cynthia Brown and Alicia
No,
Johnson.
you just quoted that. I'm saying what you said before you even read
Okay.
it. You said
Well, what did I just say now? Why does that matter if I just said that now?
you said she hired.
Why are
the
you
lawyer.
going off
Y'all
of-
trying to negate
why-
the fact that she already had.
Why are
lawyer.
you going off of what I said when I'm reading you what it says
But-
right
but-
here?
But all right, can I make
Because
this,
I'm quoting you.
Kim
can I
K
referee?
hired the lawyer.
Can
right?
I referee to make a point real quick? Reg, you just said you're saying that to say she already had lawyers. So once again, we're making the point. She had lawyers that for the length of the case, as long as I've known about it and longer than that, couldn't get it done. Kim came in and brought a top of the line lawyer in, and now we're here. Kim Kardashian,
So,
gotta
and
give
I'm
her
listening
props.
to what you're saying. So now
Gotta give her
you're
props.
saying that she hired the lawyer.
Yeah, she did.
So you
That-
trying
I mean,
to
that's
hold
what
on?
the-
So
that's what
wait.
the-
So
that's
y'all
what the
trying to tell
paperwork
me
say.
that
I'm not
the
saying that.
GoFundMe that hired her new lawyers that was working on the case too had nothing to do. They weren't new. They were the same lawyers that were failing.
You know what I'm gonna say? Yes, because Kim brought in her dog, and her dog got the job done. Yes.
But you saying her lawyer? It was one.
Yeah.
It was that one person that did.
AM, did you just read that Kim Kardashian? You read her statement, and you read the fact that she brought the lawyer. Now, that's not something we speculating or bringing up.
Yes.
So it has
yes.
nothing to do with my opinion, Reg. I'm telling you that the
No.
fact is,
What y'all doing is y'all paraphrasing it. Y'all
No, we
saying
not,
that
because he just read the
she-
whole statement. It's no paraphrase.
Well,
But you
reading it
said
from
she
an
brought
article.
in the lawyer. He was part of her legal team. That's the whole thing. Read it to me where it says that he did it by himself. He was the one the sole person that was on the case until she
earlier
got clemency.
Earlier in the conversation, we said it wasn't one person that did this. It was
wasn't.
a team thing.
It was like when KD went to the Warriors. We know
But
the Warriors was
what
good,
I-
but the KD took him over the top.
And what I said was, oh my God, I didn't even know Kim Kardashian hired her lawyer. I didn't even know that.
And then once again, quoting you, she hired her lawyer, which means that.
She did. What's the word?
No,
So
it don't
you
get more
telling
black and
me-
white than that.
It's not black and white. She
There's
already
50
had the
articles
lawyers from the
saying
what
it.
you call it. Everybody that rolled with her from the GoFundMe rolled with her until they took them the video of her being in the courtroom getting exonerated. And you said that it was her lawyer. I'm quoting y'all. Her lawyer.
So her lawyer and their lawyers is, I mean, it's a team thing. It's a team, right? It's a group of lawyers that do this shit. I'm saying, all I'm saying is Kim Kardashian used her own money and got her another lawyer.
Got her an additional lawyer.
And once that additional lawyer came into play, the following year, she drew attention and it was a widespread media. And before the new year was over, she was granted clemency.
Kim got it done, man. I mean, I'm going to just say, everybody on the Riding Out All Day Twitter and Instagram, tell us what y'all think. I think Kim got it done. Reg saying fuck Kim. I don't know.
I ain't saying fuck Kim.
Yo, wasn't it even a...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Wasn't it even like... Wasn't one of the like mayors or like one of the governors on TMZ saying, yo, there was no way this would have happened if it wasn't for Kim Kardashian?
Yo.
Was it the governor of that state?
That happened?
Was it the governor of that state?
I asked the question. I said, was it? I didn't say it was or wasn't. I said, wasn't it? I'm asking.
I didn't see that, but if that's the case,
I'm going to look for that right now because it was somebody.
Kim got another question for the listeners. Kim Kardashian, does she have influence or doesn't?
That's a no-brainer.
It ain't got nothing to do with her. I know she got influence, but she ain't got the influence y'all talking about. You saying the bitch got pixie dust and she can get a nigga out the electric chair right before they flick the switch.
Come on, man.
I mean, it is what it is. Y'all trying to make it like I said that she didn't have any influence.
Kim Kardashian's inbox being flooded with letters from prisoners around the country.
Yeah, they calling her the prisoner something, prison something or another.
What was that dude's name? Who was that? Yeah.
And it was before you got back on the line, Jay.
Yeah,
we was talking about prison reform.
Okay.
Now let me get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Isn't the system we hundreds of years into this penal system we got?
Okay.
Is there any hope for prison reform?
Like, you know why? It's weird. Not weird, but it's kind of it's like you want to say yes, but at the same time you say no. And this is the reason why I say yes, because you got things happening that you never would think happening. What happened with me, what's happening with Centoria Brown. So you see little subtle changes. But you know why I think prison reform is fucked up? Because it's not a unison of it. Like every state and even sometimes cities and municipalities just have different ways of doing things. So that's why it's like, you're trying to reform a nation of fucked up prison reform. I mean, you're trying to have prison reform on a broken prison system over a whole nation versus you're just trying to get. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you got a bunch of different situations
that
you got to go through, it's hard. Because this one person might not feel like they want to reform shit versus you got the governor of Kansas like, fuck all y'all, nobody's going nowhere, y'all staying locked up. To where you got a city like. You got a place like Philadelphia, which is more forward. That's like, all right, we see the problems. We see how this doesn't benefit this and this doesn't benefit that. All these different like companies and programs that are starting up that help push prison reform along. It's just too many different heads of the snake that you got to cut off. That's why I feel like at the same time, it's kind of you're gonna have people that are on both sides of the spectrum to the end of time. It's gonna be balanced. You got people who think, just because people are innocent, they should be reformed, or because people haven't had super violent crimes or very violent crimes, that they shouldn't have the same punishments as others that have had very violent crimes. But you got some people that say if you do anything wrong, throw the motherfucker who got a parking ticket or that got caught smoking a nickel bag of weed in the park in the same jail with the person who just murdered 9 people.
Yeah, I believe Go ahead.
It's going to be hard to reform something like that when you got so many different people chiming in on the conversation that matter. So it's kind of like I could say yes, but my mind says no. You ain't really never going.
You rephrase that, but you say your mind's telling you. Well,
no, my mind telling me no.
All right. So I did a little homework. Okay. It ain't. He wasn't a mayor or whatever. It was Van Jones. He like a
the black dude from CNN.
So yeah. So he says
Van Jones, that boy
on TMZ.
He's very respected. I give you that.
He said the CNN star was on cloud 9 in D.C. Wednesday morning after the Senate passed the First Step Act by a lopsided vote of 87-12, and he lauded Kim for it, saying it wouldn't have been possible without her meeting Trump face to face in the Oval Office. Van says thanks to Kim, there will be 50,000 fewer people in prison soon, and inhumane treatment of women prisoners will subside. Jones says he knows it wasn't easy for Kim to put her celebrity status on the line to help people she doesn't even know, and she deserves all the respect in the world.
That's another thing you got to take into consideration. Whereas, like that's kind of like a risk she took.
And
like,
not only that, the bill passed by a landslide. Like. And he's basically saying, and this is CNN motherfucker, so he know more about that government shit than we do. Like,
that's a motherfucking political science master. He has a master's in political
and that
science.
Motherfucker said if it wasn't for her, it would have never passed.
So, Rez, can we fairly call that influence at this point? Can we call
influence on Donald Trump? Because who else can see Donald Trump?
Oh my God!
You know Donald Trump is about ass and titties.
Influence on Donald Trump.
Oh my God! Reg won't give it up.
This is what I was saying before y'all went on y'all tangent. Because before we can get prison reform, you need judicial reform.
But we're not talking about any of that right now.
Yeah. No, that's what we were just talking about that.
We don't want to go down the rabbit hole. We were talking about prison reform. We're going way down the rabbit hole. We're talking about the...
That's not going down a rabbit hole. That's saying that there's not going to be such thing as prison reform if there's not judicial reform.
Okay.
Because you're saying that every prison is ran a different way. That's true. But at the same time, people get mad when somebody in Texas get charged with this and it'd be an ungodly amount of time versus somebody that gets caught in the state of Oregon and they calling it injustice. How's it injustice when nobody's on the same sheet?
I mean, the injustice. I mean, this a whole nother road we about to go down. I hope y'all see what I just did there. But
I peeped that. I peeped that.
But just real quick to touch on it, it's still injustice, bro. Like regardless of what states have what mandates and what regulations and what their laws are, wrong is wrong. Like. It shouldn't be. We can go back to the R. Kelly, the Bill Cosby, the Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein shouldn't be walking around while Bill Cosby is about to die in jail. They should either both be in or both be out.
Okay, so should R. Kelly.
And they in two different states. Harvey Weinstein up in New York, Bill Cosby in PA. Regardless, and that was the only point I was making. It's never going to be fair if it works like that. Because it goes further, and like I'm a just touch the rabbit hole. I ain't even go down it. We got to take so many other things.
Please don't. We're going on like 2 hours.
I'm gonna say this one last thing, and this like I said before, this is a whole nother road I'm about to go down, but I'm gonna stop. It's all about class, color. It's a lot that goes into it, man. So to answer your question, I don't think we'll see it in our lifetime.
No, hell no.
And I agree.
We'll see it.
So that was a quick topic. I got one more question I want to ask y'all about some shit I seen on online. Y'all probably saw it too. So this lady that was in a coma at this Phoenix Health facility.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I saw this.
Oh,
She was in a Phoenix Health facility in a coma for 10 years.
Okay.
10 fucking years, bro.
Hey.
Listen to this part. Go ahead.
I'm going to read it.
Go ahead.
An active sex abuse investigation is proceeding to see how a woman from Hacienda Health Care was able to give birth while in a vegetative state.
Whoa!
The woman who has remained nameless was the victim of a near drowning accident at least 10 years ago. Since entering the hospital's care, she's been in a complete coma. The moment that something caught the staff's attention was when she began moaning from her bed. Nurses soon realized she was actually giving birth. It was easy for the police to assume the patient was raped and impregnated during her vulnerable state. She was considered to need around-the-clock care, so several people were able to go in and out of her room. So far, specific conditions of the woman and her baby have not been released. What the fuck?
DNA in the whole employment roster that been fired, still there, whatever.
You know
that's a lot of fucking DNA.
Listen. You know it goes into my. I have this thought process about like Earth, like impossible and can't are like things that just don't exist to me because of stories like this. Who would have ever thought in a million years some shit like this would happen?
Nigga, you ain't see Kill Bill?
Man, I've seen Kill Bill. I've seen Kill Bill.
Nigga, true life story. You don't remember Buck, nigga?
Yo, that's wild. Who was banging the whole coma lady though? And like on the low.
And you're coming like you're
raw dogging her. Like how you raw dogging the coma lady?
And what
how
makes you think
how was that person in there that long by himself?
Yeah, like what's going? It's so many questions.
It had to be night shift.
It's so many questions.
Yeah,
it's so many questions I got. Like,
and go ahead.
I don't even know what to ask. Like,
and not only that, dog. Have you been to some of these healthcare facilities? Like at nighttime, dog. Sometimes it'll be 4 people working. Because you gotta think, if it's like vegetables in there or people that's near death,
yeah,
they'll have like probably 3 staff to like 15, 16 people.
Yeah, they don't require as much direct attention.
And most of the time, the people is underqualified, kind of weirdos, be in there on some bullshit. Because I be in the motherfuckers like, whoa, like not even being funny. I dated a chick that worked in one of those, and we used to wild out in there. Like, we'll go fuck off, and she wouldn't be taking care of the patients and shit.
I believe it.
On everything. We'll be in a vacant room getting busy. The fucking care button, bam.
And y'all still getting it in, though?
Hey, reckless.
Man,
yeah. Let me boo myself.
I guess since it wasn't the cold blue going on.
Hey, but so and sometimes like her friends will call in and she be in that bitch by herself with like 8 patients, 9, 10 patients. Some of them still walk through.
People.
Yeah,
that's a lot of motherfuckers that you gotta monitor every person equally.
And it ain't no cameras in those rooms, so if
look,
it's
obviously
a male
not.
Dude, if it's a male dude, it's nothing to go in there and do some dumb shit. But how do you blood test all of those dudes? And what if they refuse?
And what if the person
not in the investigation they can't?
And what if the person that did it ain't even one of the staff members? Like, it's so many questions you gotta ask with a situation like this, yo. Like, this shit just ain't
like, what if it was like somebody visiting somebody else?
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Like, it's like, because you just can't be sure because you didn't see it. Like, regardless of what you feel like, you can speculate. If you didn't see it, how can you be sure it happened?
What if it's the janitor? I bet you it was the janitor.
Hey, the janitor. It's the janitor, dog.
It's the janitor. Who's there more than anybody? The janitor.
I'm done with y'all motherfuckers.
It's the janitor, dog.
Watch it end up being an orderly or one of them intensive care nurses. Why?
Over, under, who you think it is?
I think it's a nurse, a male nurse.
Nurse, who you think, Moody?
I think it's probably one of the visitors that came to visit their old ass aunt and was trying to get some of that dead tail, that near death tail.
It's the janitor, dog.
When the last time your roommate woke up?
It's the janitor.
It's definitely the young boy that came to see his near death aunt and looked over next to the curtain. It was like, yo, I'm trying to smash that thing. But you got her pregnant though, bro. You left all the evidence right there in the room.
So who do they give the baby to?
I guess it go to her family, or is it you think the state would get it?
Well, if you've been in a coma for 10 years, your family got money. You got some money.
Yeah, this is very true.
Wait, then if you got money, then your facility probably ain't that fucked up then.
Well, maybe this person didn't have some money. Maybe they was under the state care. I don't know. Like that's
for
what
10
I'm saying.
years
Like,
in a coma?
Yeah, bro. It's
you
people
got
like that, bro.
No, not for free though. You got to shell out that bread. It costs money to stay alive in the coma that long.
Yeah, that's
you
10
can't do that
years.
for free. You can't do that for free. It ain't that much state assistance in the world.
Hey, that's all I got. What y'all niggas got?
After that, I ain't got nothing. I'm about to go to bed.
That nigga going to hell.
Wow. Hey, we got to keep track of that. I think it was the goddamn.
Nah, it was nephew Henry with his weird ass.
I'm gonna keep up on that story because they gonna have to blood test a whole bunch of motherfuckers, boy. Wow. Imagine growing up and your mom is a vegetable and you were born, man.
It's too much, dog. Rabbit hole.
Hey, but y'all got any last words?
Shout out to my boy O'Malley. You know what I mean? Great things to come. Shout out to my bros on the road, definitely.
That's what's up.
Hey, this is the Riding Out All Day podcast. We out this bitch.